we are moving Asia, you have this famous saying that every car in front of you is a Toyota. You know, so what we need as a country, and I would say this without any fear of contradiction, is not just STEAM. STEM. We need STEAM. We need science, we need technology, we need engineering, we need arts to produce a person who will absorb this engineering, and we need mathematics. Yes. So we need STEAM, not STEM. Why our education system has not functioned the way we anticipated is just clear points. One is you look at the approach that we have given education.
Yes.
You know, we have expanded faster than quality. We have more kids to train, we have more schools, we have more universities, but the resources to put in order to enhance quality are actually missing. That is one critical point. You look at the infrastructure in our public universities, and I'm adored in a public university. And my brother, I was in the UK last week, where I was trained for my PhD in the University of Cambridge, and you see the worlds of difference between us and them. The first thing we need to do as a country is actually to put our money where our mouths are in terms of developing education infrastructure, training personnel, and putting all that is required in place to produce or to match access to education with quality. That's number one. The labor markets evolved faster than our curricula. Yeah. Partially because of these challenges that I have talked about, of the resources. And of course, we still, several decades after independence, have regional disparities where, today, some regions, if you throw a coin in some towns in Kenya, it cannot actually stop before hitting 2-3 professors. And yet some regions are actually struggling to have a highest qualified class 8 graduate. Those are the disparities that we are talking about. And those are the challenges we need to sort out. And then we set our education system in ways that it produces a Kenyan, a patriotic human being who becomes an engineer, who becomes a doctor, who becomes a chemist, who becomes a historian like me. That's why I talk about STEAM, not STEM.
Which they should go hand in hand. Yes. And Dr. we thank you for making time. We understand you are going to KBC English service.
Yes.
We thank you for making time to come here on Good.
Thank you very much.
We shall continue a conversation with Mheshimiwa Sosion.
Before you leave,
hold kidogo, tutakuja kutolewa microphone. Yeah. So let's continue with this conversation.
Maybe before he leaves.
Yes.
He has generally agreed that we need STEM, but we change it to STEAM.
Yes.
That means we need also social scientists.
Yes.
That's a fact. And if you talk of political economists, the men and women who shape the economy, of course, they are from the social sciences. Education systems will have all that, that array of different types of personnel. But the biggest emphasis, because if you're thinking about an industrialized economy, where you have many hands within that science space, then you have to populate the STEM very deliberately. I was not saying lock out the others. That balance is necessary. But I think as a historian also, let us appreciate that the education models that were adopted by Africa post-independence did not give Africa the leeway to industrialize. Africa was tailored to be the market of industrial goods from the West. And so We cannot develop an education system when you are relying on someone from the World Bank in Washington to finance your education.
Yeah.
And you call yourself an independent country. That is a problem that we have faced as Africa, and will continue facing until when we design a curriculum that sets us truly free and independent, a curriculum that we can fund, a curriculum that can spur industrialization. From the historian we've had, our engineers are more or less like mechanics of Germanic technology and the rest. We've not produced engineers who are innovators, who are owners of factories, who are designing goods, and who can create factories. If you look at Industrial Revolution,
yes,
it started with people manufacturing and having cottages in the backyard of their homes. That means there was technology with them. And until we get it right as Africa, we'll continue with this conversation. Africa will have the highest youth population in the world in the coming years. Africa has lots of minerals, and these minerals we can no longer export them raw. They must be processed within the country. And what is going to do that is manufacturing. And the manufacturers must be our own sons and daughters, graduating from our own education system. It can be done. We must do it. Asian countries did it. Those who attained independence with us at the same time. You talk of Korea, you talk of Malaysia, Singapore. These are countries that attained independence with us. But they concentrated in their education models, their development models, their development plan up to where they are.
What about governance structures within those countries? Because you're saying we were at the same level at the point of independence. They did concentrate on the way you're putting it, on education and their development model. What about governance structures?
If you look at the Prime Minister of Malaysia, Lee Kuan Yew, yes, the father, he started on the right note by hammering the right note of economic transformation, industrialization, and also a corruption-free governance. But look what we are doing here in Kenya. We are busy stealing farms, busy promoting magendo, busy promoting corruption, and that corruption has grown over the years. It is almost very difficult now. Students are almost, youngsters in the country are almost losing values. We've had a breakdown in values and value system. We must revisit our values. Those countries strengthened their country's value system. You cannot engage in corruption in Malaysia. You will be sentenced to death for sure. You cannot do that. But in our African economies, literal sticks you a hero. We are celebrating thieves in our post-independence agenda in Africa in terms of governance. We must get the governance right.
Yes.
That cannot be ignored because good governance will spur, it will guarantee equity, and we'll have a country that will be transforming scientifically.
And it will be